Hey, thanks. Well, I gotta take this thing off. Thanks for tuning to my channel. Thanks for clicking. You know, I like to make these videos while I'm driving, you know, because I'm such a busy person. And but very soon you know, I'm just beginning, like I said, but we'll get better, okay? Right now, you just have to ride with me. So hey, let's ride. I just want to talk. I want to say something about Wode and the chocolate factory, because I feel like it's probably the best thing to come out of Africa right now. One reason why it's the best news is that it's Africans taking charge. We can't sit and try to just blame these leaders. We know the leaders are stupid. We know the leaders don't love us. We know the leaders don't. Most majority of them don't care about us. You know, so sometimes you gotta take things in your hands. You know, we shouldn't be praying for a destiny. No, let's hold the world by its neck and create our own destiny. And this is why Wodemaya's vision of creating a chocolate factory is probably the best news out of Africa right now. He's an African guy, wants to help his own people, but help the people on the continent. You know, but I just have some advice on this, because Wodemaya comes across as a guy who's I think he's intimidated a little bit with the idea of having people sending money to invest in his business, or some of them just donate to him. I can understand why that's the case, because you know, unfortunately, Africans have a reputation of squandering other people's money. You know, I get it, but at the same time, we have to take risks. You know, so my advice to Wodemaya is, this chocolate factory, man, don't start slow. Don't start small and try to grow it. Stuff that. We've been there, we've done that. Nothing works. Once you start small, you stay small. And I know you can live off that. And what I mean by that is this, right? I can have $1 million investment on my own. That's making me $250,000 a year profit. That's not bad. But guess what? If I took my $1 million and put it into a $4 billion business with other people, that is, and that business has a potential to triple in 3 years, it basically means I'm gonna have $3 million in 3 years. Whereas if I keep making $250,000 profit every year, I won't even be able to double my money, but I can triple my money when I'm part of a bigger group. And that's the thinking we have to have. Look at Strive Masiwa, the billionaire from Zimbabwe. You know, Strive Masiwa is in charge of companies that total across Africa with a total value of over $20 billion. But Strive Masiwa is only worth $2 billion. You know, and I was hearing some of this stuff he says, like, you know, you don't want to own everything. Sometimes you just want to own a small portion of a big thing. You know, and Vusi Tumbekwayo from South Africa said something about small businesses and why small businesses is not the way to go. You know, and I'm not saying small businesses are bad, but in Africa we need corporations. We need to develop corporations, and this chocolate factory has a potential to become a corporation. You know, Wodemaya has almost 400,000 subscribers, and right now, after I post this video, he's probably gonna have more than 400,000 subscribers. His subscription rate is on steroids, man. This dude is adding 5,000 subscribers every day, you know, which is great. And personally, I think we need to move him up to 1 million subscribers. But let's say he's got over 400,000 subscribers by the time the factory is now moving from an idea to a reality. You know, what you should do, don't tell people like, oh, if you want to invest. No. Challenge them. Most Africans in the diaspora, and I think the majority of people that watch your videos are Africans in the diaspora. You know, most Africans in the diaspora, they want to invest. If they don't want to invest, they at least want to help. You know, they just want to help. Look at every time you see, you show kids, you show all these poor people. Most people want to send money to help, so you can give this money to them. You know, so this time what you have to say though is that you challenge every subscriber to your channel to donate $10. To donate $10, you can call it an investment or something, whatever you want to call it. A donation, an investment, $10. That's all you need. Challenge everyone. If people are in the diaspora and they can't give you $10, buy them a ticket. Let them come to Ghana and give them a job. You know, because then they shouldn't be in the diaspora if they can't afford $10. $10 will give you, if you are from 400,000 people, will give you $4 million. Okay? With $4 million, don't, this is what I'm saying, don't try to start like a small, mediocre factory. No, go big so you can get bigger. Start big so you can get bigger. We don't want to start small and then trying to get big and then trying to get bigger. Nah, stuff that. Let's skip the small part. Let's go big. Start big so you can get gigantic. Or whatever you want to call it. We're going to get massive. You know, but there are things you have to look out for. First of all, you need some true chocolatiers. And this is why I think like $4 million to start with. And every year for the next 3 years, we should be giving $10. So in the 3 years, you're going to have $12 million. But the things you have to look out for, we need true chocolatiers. There's two ways you can go about it. You can pick people from across Africa, and this is what I want you to do. It's going to be a Pan-African. I hope you're trying to make it a Pan-African investment. Pick people from across Africa, kids who are passionate, maybe who are already doing something, and send them to Switzerland to learn how to be chocolatiers. But in my opinion, that might turn out to be expensive. I think the way to go about it, this is how people do it in Dubai, this is how people do it in most countries in the Middle East, is for you to go to Switzerland and all these other chocolate making countries and try to lure people from there to come to Ghana. You know, if you can get 3 people and tell them, I don't think they make a lot of money where they are. Let's say they're making let's say they're making $100,000 a year. Tell them we're going to give them $200,000. Or tell them we're going to give them $150,000 if they can come and work in Ghana. Because when 3 people come, 3 well-advanced chocolatiers come, they can teach 100 kids. You know, so you pay for 3 of them good income. You give them good income, you're gonna demand the best. You're gonna get, this is how the Arabs do it. Dubai does it. What's the other country? Qatar does it. Or the white people line up to go to Qatar and Dubai because they know they're gonna get paid well. But this is what Dubai does. They only get the best. You know, and that's something you should do. Is get the best chocolatiers out of Switzerland, out of the United States, wherever they are. Bring them to Ghana, good housing, good everything. You know, and let them teach over, you know, people, local people, to become chocolatiers. Then the second part is you need a team. I feel like a lot of people in Africa need to learn about work ethics and being honest and all those things. I think we need to educate our people. I'm not saying there isn't people that can do that, but I feel like you have a better chance, and I'm not saying it's everyone in the diaspora, if you can employ people from the diaspora, because those people who have a passion, you know, let them write a dissertation or something about Africa and now they want to see it or something. You know, get the people with a passion, let them come, let them be part of the team. You know, do it at the highest level possible. Don't start from mediocre and try to develop it. No, start with a bang. You know, we need the sales team that can go all across Africa. We need the logistics team that could be able to distribute the chocolate, not just in Ghana. You know, there's a guy who started, who's from Malaysia, who's selling noodles in Nigeria. Nigerians didn't even know noodles. He introduced them to those soup noodles. The ones for $1 or something where I live. But I think in Nigeria it could be now a naira or something like that. Nigerians didn't even know noodles. But this guy, when he went to Nigeria, he made it happen. He introduced the Nigerians to noodles and tried to bring up flavors that suit the Nigerian palate. And guess what? His company right now is one of the companies that are grossing over $1 billion a year. And I can tell you what, they didn't start from scratch, from small. They started big. They had the plan, they had set everything in motion, and it worked. If we do the same, if you do the same, I'm one of your subscribers, and believe me, I'll send $50 if you want to. If that's okay. Because I want this thing so bad. I want it to happen. If we start like that, I tell you what, in 3 years, we'll be grossing over $1 billion. There's opportunities in Africa. There's a vacuum. And we need an advertising team. We need to advertise across all the countries that gonna allow. Because in Africa sometimes we hate ourselves. We might go to some countries and they might not want to have chocolate made in Ghana. So the countries that gonna allow us to sell chocolate in their countries, we need to put up strong advertisement on TV and everywhere to tell them the reason why. Because Africans don't understand why it's important to buy goods made in Africa. They don't get it. We're still in this designer stuff. Oh, I want to wear Gucci. You give money to racist people that own these companies. And we don't see that. And then we're complaining why we're poor. And the students, when they graduate from African universities, they're complaining why they can't find work. Well, it's because instead of buying local coffee, you're buying Nestle. There you go. So you're creating jobs where Nestle is made. You're making owners in Switzerland or some other place become billionaires and use their money to invest in their people in those countries. We need to stop buying foreign stuff and start buying our local stuff. And if it's not up to scratch, there should be a platform where people can complain. They ring up and say, okay, I know what you guys are doing is great, but there's something wrong with your product. Could you please, I know this is where you can go, right, or whatever like that. And we should be able to listen to those people and perfect the product. That is how we are going to create corporations. We need corporations. So what am my advice to you is, don't try to start small and don't try to go 100% yourself. Don't be greedy, brother. Own a part of it, but let all of us be part of this success. I want to see you succeed. I would like this chocolate factory to happen, and I give my support. Thank you for clicking and watching my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye.